You already know. You already know. You already know. You already know. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Learning, learning, learning. Lifelong learner. Learn to relate. Learn to relate. Learn, learn, learn. That's it. Right there, learn. Here's what I mean by that, all right? This past Monday at the center, well, for those of you, if it's your first time seeing one of these videos, I am a teacher at a startup school named the Creative Center of Education, all right? And it's a private school from K through 4. And one of the big things, one of the important things about dealing with kids and working in anyone who's in education knows, whether it's education or fitness or athletics or whatever it is, you know, being CPR certified is of the most importance. It's tedious as hell to do it. Hate actually going through the certifications and all that, but you know when push comes to shove, if you really want to be in this industry, if you look at things from a business and a parental lens, it's like, look, we got to be CPR certified. We got to have all our certifications straight if we're going to be around kids or if we're going to be responsible for putting other people through physical activity, things of that nature, right? So this past Monday, we had our CPR certification. And again, it's tedious. No one actually feels like doing it. Something that you don't really want to do, right? Something you'd much rather do something else with that hour and a half or 2 hours, however long your certification takes, right? So I remember on Monday, the presenter came in and I was kind of on the flip side. I kind of had a moment of nostalgia because I'm used to being the presenter at, you know, at coaches clinics or things like one of the things I did with PCA. The main thing I did with PCA was I hosted workshops. I facilitated and hosted workshops. And most of these workshops, when I did the coaches one, not necessarily the players, well, some of the players, yes, actually all of them, they didn't really feel like doing it. You know, it wasn't something that they paid for out of their pocket. It was a deal that was done with somebody they didn't know, and they have to sit through this, what they might think is a long, boring presentation because somebody told them to. It wasn't their choice to be there, right? Same thing with us. So we as teachers, wasn't our choice to be there, and the presenter had to come in and do her job to the best of her ability, even though the audience was filled with folks that really didn't feel like being there, right? So I was actually taking more lessons from her in regards to how to engage audiences, even though they don't feel like being there. And I gotta tell you, I picked up a lot of lessons, picked up a lot of little lessons that I wanna share with you guys, all right? Anyone that's in the public speaking world, in the world of developing and giving speaking gigs, or in that intellectual property where you're selling the knowledge that's going on in your head, you have to learn how to continuously engage with the audience. It could be through humor. Well, most of the time, it's important, I'll say it like this, it's important to at least try, make an attempt to engage with humor with a little bit of charisma. Humor and charisma. Here's what I mean by that, all right? This lady that was going through the CPR certification, you know, one of the things, if you know CPR, you have to pump the person's chest, check their heart monitor, check their heart rate and all that kind of stuff, right? So the question got asked, where exactly on the chest do we go, stuff like that. And, you know, if it's a woman with a bra on, do we take the bra off? All those sorts of things were being asked. And she threw in a joke. As she was given hard lessons, she threw in a joke, all right? She goes, yeah, well, I tell, look, if you're with a lady, and I'll give you an example. This is what she said. She goes, look, if you're with a lady, right, got to take the bra off. And yes, if you need to pump her breast, you need to pump her breast. And then she made a joke. She kind of made fun of herself. And she goes, look, I tell people all the time, look, if it were me down there, you wouldn't actually find my breast because my breast would be all the way down to my stomach. And everyone started laughing and, you know, lighting up the room. And everyone was actually happy that they went there. All the audience was happy that they went there. That's what I mean when I say humor and charisma. You have to mix humor and charisma. Charisma is something that you feel on a person when they've tried everything and they're not afraid to make fun of themselves, just like this lady did, but also is very humorous because, you know, the joke about her titties sagging and all that kind of stuff. So it related to the audience and everyone kind of laughed and we warmed up to her. All right. Again, these are the lessons. This is the way you got to live your life when you're moving swiftly, when you're actually adding your plus LY, when you're actually lifting yourself every day. Whoever you come across, whoever you meet, whatever it is, every instinct is going to be about what can I learn from this person? John Maxwell famously said, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. Mike's officially dropping on that, all right? Main website to check out on, to get into all of this stuff, to dive deeper into all this stuff, makeyourmove.com. That's makeyaMove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.